Hello students and viewers, welcome back again to Science Capsule, a perfect self-learning tool for school children. Dear students, when we go to market to buy packed food items, how many of you are cautious and aware of the ingredient lists that are printed on the label of the food item? Not all the time, right? Do you prefer to intake the food which was prepared some days before? Of course not. What could be the reason? Though the packed food items was prepared some days or some months before, that we prefer to eat, but the cooked food which was prepared just 2-3 days before, we are not preferring to eat. Do you know the reason behind this? This video is going to help you and explore the science behind all these experiences. As far as class 10th is concerned, it is just exploring the science behind our everyday activities. In the last episode, we have discussed about redox reaction, right? Corrosion also we have discussed. In today's session, we are going to learn one of the most important class of redox reaction called rancidity. So, in today's session, we are going to discuss about three important concepts. They are rancidity, prevention of rancidity and preservative. So, watch till the end of this video. If you find it useful, then like this video. If not subscribe this channel, subscribe this channel and press bell icon so that you won't miss any of my future uploads. Let us start today's session. So, we have already discussed about redox reaction and corrosion in detail. I have uploaded 2 videos on this topic. If you have not watched that video, then you will find it in the I button and I will also provide in the description. So, in today's session, we are going to learn about rancidity. Rancidity is one of the class of redox reaction. What is this rancidity actually? Students, the food containing oil and fat are usually undergo oxidation process. Due to this oxidation process, what happens? The taste and the smell of the food gets changed. This state of food is known as rancid, and the process by which the food changes into rancid state is known as rancidity. So, due to rancidity, the taste and the smell of the food changes and it is not healthier to eat the rancid food. In order to make the food fit for intake, the food has to be prevented from rancidity. Before we learn about the prevention of rancidity, we should know the condition under which the rancidity occurs. Now, the rancidity is purely an oxidation reaction. The oxygen is supplied from the atmosphere. If we somehow manage to cut off the supply of oxygen up to the food containing oil and fat, then we will be successful in preventing the food from rancidity. The first method by which it can be prevented is the food items can be packed in a airtight container. If the food is in airtight container, then oxygen, the supply of oxygen will be totally restricted. If oxygen is not in contact with the food containing oil and fat, then oxidation process will not take place. If oxidation is not taking place, then the food is somehow managed from the rancidity. The second method by which rancidity could be prevented is by making use of antioxidants. What is this antioxidant? Antioxidant is a substance which delays the oxidation process, or we can say it suppresses the oxidation process. So, only these antioxidants are added with the food materials, packed food materials, to increase the life of the food materials. This antioxidant is generally used in soft drinks, packed fruit juices, jams, condensed milk, sausages and so on. Depending upon the type of food materials, different types of antioxidants are used. This antioxidant is generally classified into 2 categories, whether they are obtained in the natural source or they are obtained from man-made or it is artificial one. You should know how to identify natural antioxidants and artificial antioxidants, since artificial antioxidants may cause health hazards. Let us see one by one in detail. Let us now know some of the natural antioxidants which are being added with food materials. First one is ascorbic acid. This ascorbic acid is richly available in citrus fruit. Lemon, orange, all these family members are called citrus fruit. In this fruit, richly available vitamin C, also called as ascorbic acid. Secondly, vitamin E is also being used as antioxidant. Next one is beta carotene. the red colored, orange colored fruits are there. This is because of one of the colored substance called beta carotene. All these are used as natural antioxidants. Using these as a natural antioxidant will not cause any health hazard. So, having these antioxidants in the food material won't cause any side effects. Next one is synthetic antioxidants. Whenever we talk about synthetic antioxidants, we must take care of these antioxidants with the food. The food materials which are packed with these antioxidants should not be preferred because these may cause some health hazards. It may cause some side effects. Some of the examples of synthetic antioxidants are galates, butyl hydroxyanisole also known as BHA, butyl hydroxytoluene also known as BHT. All these are some of the examples of synthetic antioxidants. Let us now understand how to identify presence of antioxidants and the name of the antioxidants. In the food materials, if natural antioxidants are present, then it will be written by using certain codes. What is that code? Here INS or E3002 3004 represents the antioxidants obtained from the family citrus fruit or ascorbic acid. So, the presence of ascorbic acid is represented by the code E3002 304. Likewise, the code for the antioxidants obtained from vitamin E family will be represented by the code E306 to E309. If you find these codes, then you will understand that the antioxidant is obtained from vitamin E family. Let us now understand the code for synthetic antioxidant. If the code is E310 to 312, then it is the synthetic antioxidants and the name of the antioxidants will be galates. If the code is 320, E320, then it is butyl hydroxyanisole. In short, we call it as BHA. If the code is E321, then it is butyl hydroxytoluene. In short, we can say BHT. It was found that BHA and BHT both are found to be carcinogenic. So, care must be taken and we should be cautious enough to find these type of antioxidants in the packed food material. As far as possible, we have to avoid the food materials which are added with these two synthetic antioxidants. So, this way rancidity can be prevented by making use of antioxidants. Another method by which it can be prevented is making use of nitrogen gas. For this, I am having a stuff for you. Students, you are much familiar with this packet, right? What is this? Bingo Mad Angles. Very tasty one, right? But we may be thinking that the company used to fool us because entire packet is full of gas, nothing is there, only few particles of the chips. Is it so? No children, here inside this packet gas is filled. What is that gas, you know? Here nitrogen gas is filled with this inside this packet. So, we see that the entire packet is full of gases and nothing is there, only few particles are there. Here nitrogen, you should know that nitrogen is an inert gas, which means which does not undergo any chemical reaction easily. In order to increase the life of the chips which are there inside the packet, nitrogen gas is flushed so that oxidation could not occur inside this packet. So, by flushing nitrogen gas inside a packet also we can prevent oxidation process, thereby preventing it from rancidity. So, these are the techniques by which rancidity of food can be prevented. The freshly prepared food gets spoiled and the vegetables and fruits brought from the market rotten, right? Why does this happen? This is because of the bacteria and microorganisms attack on these substances. As a result of this, the food materials get spoiled. Here the spoilage of food is not due to oxidation, this is due to the attack of microorganisms. Growth of mold, growth of yeast As a result of this, the food particles get fermented. The taste also gets changed. In order to prevent the food materials from the attack of microorganisms like bacteria and so on, generally we add some substances. Some methods are adopted in order to preserve our food. In order to preserve the food, generally preservatives are added. There are various methods by which the food materials can be preserved. The familiar method is under cold climate. When the food materials are kept under cold climate, you are much familiar with the fact that the vegetables and the fruits brought from the market are usually kept in the refrigerator. What happens when these substances are kept in the refrigerator? Here we are trying to reduce the temperature. When these substances are kept in cold climate or at low temperature, microbial infection will not take place. You are much familiar with pickles, dry fish and all that, right? How these food materials are preserved? They are preserved under the action of sunlight. Another method is boiling. The freshly brought milk lasts long if it is boiled, otherwise it gets fermented, right? Boiling is also one of the technique by which we can preserve our food. Another one is the salt, by making use of salt. The fish or the meat brought from the market is usually mixed with salt in order to increase its lifespan, right? These are the methods by which we can preserve the food for short time. In a house level, we can manage this. All these preservatives are classified under class 1 preservatives. These methods are not being adopted in a commercial or in an industrial way. In a large industry, the packed foods are preserved by making use of class 2 preservatives. You should know what is this class 2 preservatives. Here, like antioxidants, class 2 preservatives are also mentioned or represented by some codes. Here, two important types of preservatives are used under class 2 preservatives. They are sorbate salts and benzoic acid salt. These class 2 preservatives are mostly used in food materials such as jam, condensed milk and other substances which are permitted preservatives. Now with an example we try to understand. You are much familiar with this, right? Kisan jam. Let us find out whether preservatives are used in this or not. Here on this label I can find here contains permitted class 2 preservatives. You can see on the screen also the preservative used is with some code, that is 202. 202 is the potassium sorbate. The only thing what you need to do is just look at the label and find the preservative, and you will take the preservative code and just you Google it and you will get it. The name of the preservative. You will find that the preservative is either the sodium or a potassium salt of sorbic acid or the sodium or a potassium salt of benzoic acid. These are the permitted preservatives which are widely used in a commercial way in industries for packing various food materials. Hope you understood today's video. So dear students, hereafter whenever you go to market for purchasing packed food materials, always ensure yourself that the label is seen for the type of antioxidants and preservatives used. Hope you will find this video very useful. If so, like this video. Still, if you have any doubt, then you can mention it under comment section. If not, subscribe this channel and press bell icon so that you won't miss any of my future uploads.